Business management is basically managing the clients' businesses, give them the support they need. Not talk about artists, maybe footballers. During a lunchtime, had a phone call and said, oh, so-and-so is going to Germany. It's, oh, okay. Thanks for telling us, and we've got to act. So that kind of thing happens a lot. That's the thing about us looking after the clients so closely, because we just know the relationship. We know the dynamic. We know how to help them and be in the background and support. That's all we do best. You have to ask for advice and collaborate, and that's how you deliver the best service. You have to have that mindset. You can't do it on your own, really.
I like that. That's the key message. Collaboration. Welcome to this episode of SRLV's Not Just a Number podcast. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Emily Au.
Thank you.
Welcome. You're one of the directors in our creative division.
Yes.
And one of our superstars.
No, I don't think so. You said it.
Well,
was it a poll somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you told me this was forming part of your appraisal, so I've got to get the positive feedback in.
I feel like that's a lie. But thank you very much.
So anyway, welcome. Now, tell me a bit about yourself. I know you're originally from Hong Kong, so why don't we start at the beginning?
Yes, born and bred in Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Very proud. Hong Kongese. So I came here to study initially.
Yeah.
And after my study, my plan was to just go home because I didn't like the UK in the beginning.
What was it? The weather, the people?
The weather, I can't remember what it was like. Probably as bad as today. But yeah. I think it was just the first thing I noticed was that shops were closing at 5 and I didn't understand how people function in this country. So where I came from, obviously everything's 24/7. So it was a bit odd. And I just felt that this place doesn't suit me. So anyways, I was going to just go home. And then after my university, I did accounting and finance.
Okay.
So then kind of naturally okay, maybe I should just, hang around and see if I could find a job.
Yeah.
And obviously the natural sort of path would be being an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, I couldn't really find a job because either I was a bit overqualified for non-accounting work or underqualified for accounting work. So couldn't really find anything. And I just made a choice for, let me just work for free. So I found a charity who...
Okay, and you're kind of volunteering then?
Yeah, volunteering and service local Chinese communities. It's based in Islington.
Okay, so it's a charity that focuses on Chinese community issues.
Exactly. And I was a bookkeeper there.
Okay.
And then, that was the kind of first job. From there, I got introduced to a real interview and sort of, a very small accountancy practice. And I just went for it and just did an interview. And then that was my first job.
Okay.
So,
and did you study accountancy, a professional qualification?
Not at that point because it's such a small firm and they didn't really support me to do studying. But that's also one of the reasons why I thought, okay, I've got to progress now.
Yeah.
And so I left and then I found, I was looking for another job basically to progress further. And then I went for an agency. And they said, oh, yeah, we've got a trainee accountancy role, or sort of account trainee role in entertainment. And I was like, okay. But I completely not thinking about the entertainment. I didn't
You were
really
thinking
understand.
about your degree in accountancy.
Far too young. I didn't know what that means. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll just go for an interview. Whatever you throw at me, I'll just go and do it. And then I went for an interview and then they, immediately they gave me a second interview on the same day. So I was like, okay, I'll go for it as well.
Sign,
I thought I maybe onto something. So anyways, I got the job in the end. And then I remember the first day I was doing, just sort of bookkeeping work.
Yeah.
And I realized that clients are famous people. And I was like, oh, okay, this is what I'm dealing with.
You recognize some of the names on the top of the
famous
the
singers
statements.
and people in the entertainment industry.
Singers, actresses.
Exactly.
That kind of thing.
And so just kind of from there, kind of accidentally fell into this entertainment world. And that's here I am.
Okay. And you've been at a few other firms, I think.
Yeah. So that firm I worked for 7 years.
Okay.
And then I went to another firm that's very music focused. And it's a great firm. All of these are great places to, progress and learn lots of things, very industry sort of focused.
Yeah.
So then I realized, actually, do you know what? I'm going to go out and do something completely different because I want to just see other things.
Mm.
So I left the entertainment world completely and went to a very corporate environment. And it was great because I learned so many new things that I didn't come across, or like structure or different systems. Obviously working with, financial minded people, more, big corporate. But I realized
But you were
actually,
drawn back to the creative and
yeah,
entertainment side of
because I was
things.
kind of thinking, oh, actually, it's good what I was doing, but then I thought, oh, it's kind of something that I was missing.
Yeah.
I feel like I was a bit detached from the happenings.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like I missed the relationship with the clients that I was very close with and help them, because we business manage. So we do a lot of day to day for the clients and grow the relationship and build it from there. So I was missing that kind of connection. And just as I was thinking about it, actually, the job opportunity turned up, and I was like, do you know what? Maybe it's destiny. I just need to go for this interview.
So this was SRLV.
Yes,
You've been
yes.
here a long time. So
Yeah, nine years, I
what
think.
attracted you to SRLV, or what's made you stay? What's different?
I think first of all, the nature of the work.
Mm-hmm.
I know this will be what I was missing, and I would like to carry on doing what I was okay.
So in terms of the
The
creative
nature of
industry,
it, yeah. Then I think it was the people. So I, two of the partners interviewed me, and I just instantly thought, you know what, I actually want to work with these people. So I just kind of started from there, and I accepted the job, and that's where I am. And I think it's evidently, still nowadays, working with everyone is great. It's a very collaborative environment.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's good.
Okay. So I know what you do because we sit on the same floor. We talk to each other all the time. But people who are listening, perhaps could you explain to them perhaps what work you actually do, what services you provide, what type of clients you've got?
Yeah. So we are. I'm a business manager in the creative team. Basically,
I guess the big question is, what is business management?
Yeah.
Not everyone will know.
Yeah, so business management is basically managing the clients' businesses and give them the support they need. Obviously we're qualified accountants, so we can do all the compliance work, manage that sort of deadlines and compliance side of things. But then on a day-to-day basis, because we look after the clients, like the talent themselves or their businesses. So we just kind of
affairs,
manage everything from from making payments to doing restructuring work, for example, or just anything. If they need a mortgage, we can help them. So all sorts of things that you.
I remember one time you were staying up really late to help a client with their home insurance and that type of thing. So it's almost like in the private wealth space, we'd kind of call it family office.
Yes, it's a bit like that in the in a legal world. Family office, you basically sort of help them with everything that they need, and you kind of build yourself as the go-to. That's why they come to you, even though it might not be something that you're specialized in, but you would find the people to deliver.
Well, because you're so involved and embedded in the client's affairs and everything, that you're the trusted advisor that they come to.
Exactly. So, it might not be an area that we are able to advise on, but we will have the network to support them and provide them recommendation. But mostly, like, things that we do look after the sort of clients from day one. So you would know everything about the clients and help them along the way and build their businesses and support them.
Okay, and let's talk about who are your clients then. So you've got talent, so that's film, TV, actors. You've got musicians,
and anything that comes with it, like recording, publishing. Nowadays a lot of brand deals, endorsements. Anything they want to do, really, because it might be
anything creative or sports.
Yeah, because they're in the creative space. Yeah, exactly. So they're very good at what they do. It's their craft. So they, if it's a footballer, they're obviously very good at
Yeah.
they're supposed to. And then you have musicians who are good at writing songs, and like, I can never do that. But what we do is we are sort of in the background to support them, and anything that comes with their businesses or their creative minds, really. Because we have clients who are footballers, but then they've decided to make music. So then it kind of cross over.
This
and
is
then
the thing, isn't it? There's a lot of crossover.
exactly, but we already know what to do, so we can just like, oh, that's quite a smooth transition. We can just help them, even though they were a footballer to start with when I look after them, but they now kind of branch out to do other things.
Yeah, so it's sports people go into fashion or TV punditry or something like that.
Exactly.
Or the musician, who has a very successful career actually becomes an entrepreneur, a property investor, maybe a philanthropist.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can also have, retired sportsmen maybe go into TV.
Yeah.
So that's quite common as well. You could have a sort of creative-minded person who set up a fashion industry, or not industry as such, but fashion brand. But then they also collaborate with other things that's going on. They might have an appearance somewhere, for one-off, or collaborate with other brands. So it's just kind of all sorts of things that can go into the mix.
Yeah, I think do you have a kind of a food and beverage type of business that's associated with with a sports team as well, which is quite interesting.
A drinks company associated with a lot of clubs in the Premier League.
Football clubs, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. And so that's interesting as well, because it's not really like sportsman, but it's sports related. But yeah, so because the firm's got all sorts of expertise in different areas, so almost all kind of clients we can service. And if it's not something that I'm super experienced in, I can always ask someone to help, and that is the collaborations we have in the firm. That
Yeah, I like that. The collaborative spirit.
Collaborative spirit, yes.
Yeah. And what about things like, issues in the world? Are some of these affecting your clients? We talked previously about interest rates, I don't know, changing in tax rules.
Yeah, I think things like that changes all the time, and it's not uncommon that, obviously our clients will still, they're just running a business, same as anyone else, and they are an individual that it's just probably same as anyone else. Might have a mortgage, may have a car loan, may have a, you name it, business might be, borrowing money.
Sometimes they're interested in buying property. So, the I don't know, the prime London property market's a bit flat at the moment.
Exactly. And they might have a letting business. So it comes all sorts. They might have surplus cash that's just sitting in a current account. So all kind of things. So, all the things that's happening out there, interest rates increased, it's more expensive to borrow. All sorts of things, that kind of thing, the war impacting you and I day to day, energy bills, all sorts of things, because they run a business, it also impact on them. Again, sort of change of government will also change, because every time the budget come out, I'm sure
there's a load of new rules, aren't there? And some of them have employees, don't they?
Yeah.
Some of them own, I don't know, hospitality businesses. So
exactly.
Increases to the national insurance rate. So, for employers is, really affecting their kind of side businesses.
Yes, all kind of things that affect everyone in the day-to-day world would also affect them. It's just not because they're celebrities or they're someone high profile, it won't impact them. It's the same. So that's where we kind of know how to support them and kind of, help them and, get them to understand what's going on with their business. We're not just sort of data inputting and then, these are the accounts and it's done.
Well, it's really the people side, isn't it? And I guess I think you said to me earlier that this is the type of thing that AI is going to struggle to replicate.
I do appreciate AI is necessary nowadays, but I absolutely hate a bot.
Okay.
I just can't stand when a thing pop up on the corner. It's like,
when you're
trying
to
talking
complain about your energy bill, and then there's just a little chat box comes up.
Yeah, but we are not bots. So I think
I suppose what's interesting is that you're basically the relationship manager for your clients and the trusted advisor, and they would speak directly to you.
That's where the business management comes from, because we know the history, we know all the day to day and all the things
well,
that's
you have to
happened to the
almost
client.
live
We're
it,
so
don't you?
close to the details, and and the good things is that we're not the boss. So we interpret the data, but we help the client to understand what does that mean to them, and what kind of services or what kind of needs they need, for to grow their businesses, and that's what we are here for, to support them, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is a lot of crossover. You're talking about maybe a sports personality, like recently in the French Open. It's almost like a fashion show. So it's kind of a lot of those kind of crossover, brand, and it might not be just that trade, but it kind of overlaps with other things, and that's where we can see it and see how to deal with certain things, and we can help.
And
With
what
that
about?
sort of thing.
I think you've got a load of international clients as well.
Yes. So it's not uncommon that this type of talent in the creative sector would just be cross-border.
Yeah.
Moving around a lot, very mobile. Whenever
they have homes in all different countries.
Yeah, and even just not talking about artists, maybe footballers. Obviously, on loan. Maybe get transferred suddenly.
Might get transferred to a team in France or Spain,
exactly.
and suddenly their tax profile or
I actually
what they've got to worry about
during a
changes.
lunchtime had a phone call and said, "Oh, so and so is going to Germany." So, oh, okay. Now we've got to thanks for telling us, and we've got to act. So that kind of thing happens a lot, and I think the changes in tax rules and regulations, the remittance, the non-dom changes, the whole regime massively
really
impact them.
Yeah, really affected those those clients who were originally from elsewhere.
Yeah, so that kind of thing. Obviously, I need to collaborate with you because you're the expert. But yeah, so we come across a lot on that kind of front. We have touring clients who will be traveling around. They could be touring for years. And what's important is planning, working very closely with their teams, and then help them in terms of the tax, or actually help them to sort of be part of running the tour as well. Because finance is actually really key about actually, touring is touring, but it's actually a business.
Yeah,
it's a business activity going
it's
on.
Really, really complicated business activity, and there's different. If you're doing an international tour, there's different withholding taxes in every different jurisdiction.
Cross-border matters. Yes, exactly.
And it's calculated in different ways. And it's in different currencies. It's a real headache.
So that's the kind of thing we do, and we do well, and we do a lot.
Yeah.
To support the client.
So have you had some clients leave the UK?
Yes, I mean, like not
as a firm, we have had
I guess
some.
not leaving for good, but definitely move around a lot. And also we see clients coming over from abroad,
so from
and settling in the UK.
From America, or a mixture of places?
Mixture of places, but mostly the US actually.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of people who are British resident who've got a bit of money seem to be going to Dubai or Italy and things like that, particularly if they're a bit older perhaps.
Yeah,
but it seems like the UK seems to be attracting Americans at the moment.
Yeah, probably. I mean, who could blame them? Am I allowed to say that? But I guess, look,
it is what it is. Hong Kong Tourist Board again.
Yeah, we look after the clients, whatever they're doing. So however they do it, we just need to, look at the circumstances, and because everyone's case is different.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to assess case by case, and also their background. Do they have children? Are they married, and all that kind of thing? All kind of get into the mix.
Are they divorced? Do they have trust structures in place?
Yeah. So but that's the thing about us looking after the clients so closely, because we just know the relationship, we know the dynamic, we know how to help them and just help to manage the situation, or like just be in the background and support. That's all we do best, really.
Yeah. Okay. You're very dedicated to work, clearly, but what do you do for fun?
I am a keen angler. I fish.
Fly fishing.
Yes. Okay. So actually,
I already knew this because we speak and we're mates. But fly fishing.
Fishing, yes. Because actually, I was do you remember in the beginning I was saying I was going to go back to Hong Kong after my study, but actually I went to uni in Wales, and I think I discovered something that I didn't have when I was in Hong Kong. It's like the countryside.
Oh, okay. The British cold, wet countryside you fell in love with.
Lovely, yeah. So I think that actually had a bit of an impact on me, and then obviously the more I do it, the more I enjoy it, and it's like a kind of relaxation. I wish I can do more, but yeah, that's usually our holidays at the moment. With our dogs as well, we can just take them around.
I was going to say you've got a little and a large dog.
I have a very large dog and a very small dog.
Okay, because you're always going for quite extensive walks in the countryside.
Yeah, but that takes us outside of the house as well, I guess. But they're good. They're good boys. They coexist.
Okay.
They're not the best of friends, but they coexist. They haven't killed each other yet, so that's good.
It's fortunately the partners in this firm have a slightly better relationship than your dogs, it seems.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good to know. But generally outdoorsy person. I play basketball as well. That's why the whole thing about me quite into sports is because I grow up playing basketball, teamwork, that's just part of me. And so
you're a big Tottenham Hotspur fan, I think.
I think it's
or do we not talk about?
We scraped by, so I think let's look forward to the next season.
Okay.
Fingers crossed, a bit better than this one. But yeah, I do look forward to the World Cup.
Okay.
And I think it's good timing because it's normally about 9 o'clock in the evening that they kick off. So I don't need to wake up in the middle of the night to watch it.
Time for you to wrap up, your work and then
exactly. So
head to the pub or back home to watch it on the screen.
I'll then probably just be lazy and stay at home, watch from the sofa. It's just chill. It's nice.
Okay. Are there any other things you want to talk about, or shall I ask you for some, a few tips?
Yeah, you can ask for tips. What kind of tips do you want?
Yeah, well, have you got, I don't know, a handful of tips for, I don't know, someone who's, exploring a role in accountancy or business management?
Okay. So because I accidentally fell into this.
Yes.
I think just be brave. That would be probably the first thing because, sometimes things just don't happen easily. So be brave and try different things. And stay positive because good things will come. Mm-hmm. And then be humble.
Okay.
Just know that you don't know everything. And you have to learn from your day to day, from the people around you, from, like where we are very collaborative and learn so much every day.
Well, that's the key word, I think, from our discussion is collaboration.
Yeah, exactly. That's key.
I guess that's quite a really good thing in our firm is we do collaborate with each other.
You have to
we
because
don't work
you can't
in silos. We work together.
You can't just do things on your own. Certain things, yes, you have to, but most of the time, the type of clients that we look after, or even just all the day to day that we do, you have to have a team around you and do it together. And like I said, you don't know everything. So if you come across things that you haven't come across before, you don't know, you're not expert in that area, you have to ask for advice and collaborate, and that's how you deliver the best service to the client, and just be that trusted advisor.
Trusted advisor, but that also means you have to collaborate with the talent or the client's other advisors. You're probably collaborating with the private banker, the lawyer, coordinating the foreign accountants.
Yeah. You have to have that mindset because you just don't know everything, and you're not. You can't do it on your own, really.
I like that. That's the key message. Collaboration.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a very good collaboration here.
Yeah, we're collaborating now.
Very good. Yeah. Well done. Well done.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, handshake.
The handshake. That's how we normally end these things.
Okay.
But thank you so much. And let's continue to collaborate.
Yeah.
Thank you.